Welcome to our introductory video, SMARTHTL, a mnemonic to assist with writing paragraphs on climate graphs in geography. According to the Australian Geography Teachers Association, climate graphs are used to illustrate the average temperature and rainfall experienced at a particular place over the course of a year. The graphs consist of a red line graph showing average monthly temperature and a simple column graph showing average monthly rainfall figures. Rainfall is by tradition shown in blue. Some graphs show both the average daily high and low temperatures for each month. They do this by including two line graphs, the average monthly maximum temperature in red and the average monthly minimum in blue. Get ready to pause the video for a pretest. Let us see where your current level of understanding is at. You may or may not have noticed that the graph that you were given to do the pretest was incomplete. It did not mention the area or place. Without knowing where this particular place was, it was also difficult to answer the topography question. However, we could cover seasons, months, rainfall, temperature, and even hemisphere with the information we had. This video will touch on each aspect of the mnemonic SMARTHTL. When looking at the seasons, the starting point that can help you is to think about June, July and August in the hemisphere in which you live. For example, we live in Australia. In June, July and August, Australia is in their winter season. So I will start off with June, July, August being winter. Once we know our June, July and August season, in this case winter, if we count every 3 months, that will be a new season. So June, July and August are winter in Australia. That means September, October, November will be spring. December, January and February in Australia are the summer months, which leaves March, April and May. These are the autumn months. Once we know the seasons and the months for our hemisphere, in this case the southern hemisphere, we can flip these over and work out the northern hemisphere. For example, June, July and August are winter in Australia. In the northern hemisphere, say for England, for example, June, July and August will be summer. Using the same 3-month process, looking at our seasons, we can then work out the months and the seasons in the northern hemisphere. The A part of our mnemonic for SMART is area. We know from our pretest that the climate graph we were given did not include the area or place where the information had come from. These examples, however, clearly show the area or place that the climate graphs refer to. The R of our mnemonic stands for rainfall. As you can see on the information table, the rainfall has been documented for the months of the year. The rainfall is represented on the graph by the columns in blue. The T within SMART of our mnemonics stands for temperature. As seen on our statistics table, the temperature is clearly shown for each month. On our graph, the temperature has been shown by using a line graph in red, and you will see the temperature measurements on the right hand side of the graph. The H of SMARTHTL stands for hemisphere. To the right of this diagram you can clearly see a world map labelled with the north and south hemispheres. At the bottom of this map you can see the convex shape. Above it, the concave. If you look at the red line graph, you can clearly see that our line moves in the convex shape during June, July and August. This convex shape suggests that the hemisphere is the southern hemisphere. When we see a concave shape, this suggests, or it could be our memory device, to say this is the northern hemisphere. There is a lot more information required to understand here, but this is a good starting point. We can clearly see here that the graph is related to New York City, and we know that New York is actually in the northern hemisphere, so this supports this idea. What do you think this graph is showing us? Why not pause and discuss with the class? The second T, and in brackets L, of SMARTHTL stands for topography or landscape. The landscape or topography can affect climate graphs in different ways. For example, mountain ranges can create what's known as rain shadow effect. This has an effect on the rainfall within an area. You will learn more about this in a later video. So T stands for topography landscape, and that concludes the mnemonic for SMARTHTL. Good luck with your paragraph writing. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.